Imagine diving into waters that, at first glance, seem like an irresistible invitation to leisure, but that hide settings capable of making anyone's heart race. From the top of skyscrapers where a single step separates you from the abyss, to pools carved into volcanic craters or surrounded by hungry sharks, some of these works challenge both the limits of engineering and of human courage, and that is exactly what we are going to see here today. The Surf Ranch is one of the greatest innovations in modern surfing. Created by Kelly Slater and his team, now linked to the World Surf League, it is an artificial wave pool located in Lemoore, in California's interior, about 160 kilometers from the ocean. Inaugurated in 2015, when Slater surfed the first wave there, the venue became known as the Laboratory of the Perfect Wave, capable of generating long, barreling, and extremely consistent waves thanks to a hydrofoil system that moves along tracks on the side of the pool. The structure measures approximately 640 meters in length by 150 in width and allows for the creation of waves that range between 1 and 2.5 meters, both to the left and to the right, with intervals of just a few minutes between one and the next. Since then, Surf Ranch has hosted stages of the World Surfing Tour and has become an exclusive space for training and experiences, frequented not only by professional athletes, but also by celebrities and guests willing to pay a lot for the privilege of surfing there. The facility has become an icon of the sport by showing that it is possible to recreate nature in a controlled way, offering a perfect wave in the middle of California's agricultural valley. Located on the 57th floor of the Marina Bay Sands Hotel in Singapore, the Infinity Edge pool is considered the largest on the top of a building in the world. The attraction sits at 190 meters in height and is one of those things that inhabit many people's imagination on the planet. After all, many images are shared from up there, and the view of that infinity edge and of the entire landscape is impressive. But, of course, it can cause a certain fear and become dangerous since, apparently, there is no evident type of protection on the edge that borders the precipice. To be able to see Singapore's pool up close and swim, you must be a hotel guest, which is not cheap at all. If you want to visit without staying there, you need to pay $20 to go up and take in the view, but without diving in, since only guests are authorized. The San Alfonso del Mar pool, located in a private resort in Algarrobo, in Chile, is a true spectacle of engineering and luxury. With more than 1 kilometer in length and covering about 8.2 hectares, it is often pointed out as the largest pool in the world by area. Inaugurated in 2006, it entered the record book as a world record holder. Its capacity is impressive, about 250 million liters of seawater, the equivalent of something like 6,000 standard 8-meter pools. The water is pumped directly from the Pacific Ocean, goes through a filtration and treatment process with technology developed by Crystal Lagoons, a Chilean company owned by entrepreneur Fernando Fishman, which makes it possible to keep the water crystal clear with far fewer chemicals and reduced energy consumption. In summer, the system keeps the ideal temperature around 26 degrees Celsius, which is a clear advantage over the colder waters of the Pacific, making the experience even more inviting. The complex offers sophisticated infrastructure with nearly 1,233 residential units spread across buildings overlooking this immense blue lagoon. However, curiously, access to the gigantic body of water is restricted. Only guests or residents have the right to enter it. In many cases, swimming in the main basin is not allowed for safety reasons. Use is usually reserved for craft such as kayaks or small boats. Y40 is a pool located at the Hotel Terme Millepini in Montegrotto Terme in Italy. Just so you get the idea, the pool was once considered the deepest in the world, with its 40 meters of depth, and, due to that statistic, it began to be recognized around the entire planet. The depth, just to give you a sense, is greater than that of a 10-story building. However, last year, it ended up losing the spot to another pool in Dubai. The project came off the drawing board thanks to architect Emanuel Borrero, who wanted to create an attractive environment for professional and beginner divers looking to immerse themselves at great depths without the need for diving suits. The environment is also sought out by photographers and cinematographers in search of some perfect and different framing. The fact is that the idea worked so well that the hotel constantly holds events for divers who take the risk at the enormous depth. Obviously, a certain level of experience is needed to dive there, but beginners can also dive with help. The resort pool at Hanging Gardens of Bali, located in the vicinity of Ubud, is considered an architectural masterpiece and one of the most iconic pool settings in the world. Designed to integrate with the lush tropical forest landscape and the Ayung River Gorge, its two-level shape creates the magical illusion of literally floating over the treetops. The combination of crystal-clear waters with the intensely green panorama produces a hypnotic effect that enchants photographers, travelers, and design lovers. The design is even more impressive for its harmony with the terrain. The pool's curved and undulating contours echo the slopes and typical terraces of the region. The pieces are clad with local volcanic stone, such as Batu Shandi, and the ensemble was conceived by French architect Gordon Shaw and executed by a team of about 700 local artisans in 2005. Internationally recognized, this pool has already been voted the best in the world by a specialized website and tops TripAdvisor's lists of the most impressive hotel pools on the planet. The impressive Sky Pool at Market Square Tower in Houston, Texas, is a glass pool suspended at an incredible 150 meters above the ground with a 3-meter-long portion that projects beyond the edge of the building. This extension is fabricated with approximately 20 centimeters of reinforced transparent acrylic, which allows swimmers the vertiginous sensation of literally floating over the city. Inaugurated in November of 2016, the Sky Pool quickly became a symbol of architectural daring and extreme luxury, being the highest cantilevered pool in the United States of America and the first of its kind in Texas. It rests on 2 concrete cantilevers and was carefully engineered for hurricane resistance, with waterproof concrete and epoxy-coated rebar, in addition to collaboration between a renowned engineering firm and aquarium specialists. The setting becomes even more surreal when you walk over that glass platform with the busy street right under your feet. This experience has already gone viral in videos on social networks, arousing both fascination and apprehension among internet users. Diving with crocodiles is one of Australia's most radical attractions, known for providing a uniquely adrenaline-filled and eerie experience. Located in Darwin, at Crocosaurus Cove, this attraction puts visitors face-to-face with enormous saltwater crocodiles inside a transparent acrylic structure known as the Cage of Death. Participants are placed in the cage and then submerged in the tank, where crocodiles up to 5 meters in length swim around. The experience allows visitors to be just a few centimeters from the teeth and powerful jaws of these giant reptiles, providing an impressive and frightening view of Australian wildlife. Diving with crocodiles is designed for the brave and offers one of the most intense and authentic experiences of safe contact with these fascinating predators, allowing you to closely observe their behavior and physical structure. Many report immense fear and fright when coming across the huge reptiles that look like true dinosaurs. The Blue Lagoon is one of Iceland's most emblematic destinations, located on the Reykjanes Peninsula. This thermal spa is famous for its mineral-rich geothermal waters, which offer a unique relaxation experience amid an impressive volcanic landscape. The emergence of the Blue Lagoon dates back to the decade of the 1970s, when the Svartsengi geothermal plant began operating. Initially, the plant's wastewater was released into a lava field, forming a natural lagoon. Over time, the site began to be used for therapeutic baths, especially by people with skin conditions such as psoriasis. In 1992, the spa officially opened and has since become one of Iceland's main tourist attractions. The lagoon covers an area of approximately 8,700 square meters and has an average depth of less than 1.3 meters. The water temperature ranges between 37 and 40 degrees Celsius, providing a warm and relaxing environment even during the Icelandic winter. The milky blue coloration of the water is the result of a high concentration of silica, which also forms a white mud on the bottom of the lagoon, used by bathers for skin treatments. In addition to its therapeutic properties, the Blue Lagoon offers a complete infrastructure for visitors, including rest areas, saunas, restaurants, and spa services. The site is also accessible to people with reduced mobility, with ramps and adapted bath chairs available. The Nemo 33 pool, located in Uccle on the outskirts of Brussels in Belgium, is an extraordinary indoor diving facility that was once recognized as the deepest in the world in its category between 2004 and 2014. Designed by Belgian diving expert John Biernaerts and inaugurated in 2004, the pool reaches 34.5 meters in depth. It was conceived with the aim of being a multi-purpose place for dive instruction, leisure, and even film productions. Its volume impresses. It contains 2.5 1.5 million liters of highly filtered spring water without chlorine, kept warm at approximately 30 degrees Celsius by solar heating, which allows divers to explore for extended periods without the need for a dry suit. The internal configuration includes structures that simulate underwater caves, culminating in the cylindrical shaft that leads to the maximum depth of 34.5 meters. Non-diving visitors can also follow the experience through large underwater windows that provide views at different levels of the pool. Some spots, such as a restaurant, even allow you to wave to the divers while you dine. The most fascinating work at a museum in Kanazawa, in Japan, is the illusion known as the swimming pool by Argentine artist Leandro Ehrlich. At first glance, this installation looks like an ordinary pool filled with crystal clear water, but the reality is surprising. It is a clever optical trick in which a thin layer of water, about 10 centimeters deep, rests on a transparent glass panel, under which there is an empty room with aqua blue walls that visitors can actually access. Since its inauguration in 2004, this installation has become one of the most photographed in the museum. Looking from above, we have the illusion of seeing people submerged in the pool, while those down below look up and see figures floating above the glass. It is a visual experience that plays with our senses and undoes our perception of what is obvious. The stunning Aura Sky Pool is the famous 360-degree infinity pool located on the 50th floor of the Palm Tower in Dubai, providing a truly elevated experience. Suspended an impressive 210 meters above sea level, the Aura Sky Pool is currently the highest 360-degree infinity pool in the world. With a breathtaking panoramic view, the place offers privileged angles of Dubai's skyline. The infrastructure of the pool area extends over about 750 square meters, with custom chairs and cabanas, as well as lush greenery and elegant finishes that elevate the experience to a true oasis in the sky. Although quite expensive, occupancy is very high, and tickets usually sell out 1.5 to 2 months in advance, with booking through the official website mandatory and with full prepayment. The impressive Homestead Crater is an incredible natural pool located at the Homestead Resort in Midway, in the state of Utah, in the United States of America. A unique and cozy geothermal phenomenon. Formed over about 10,000 years, the crater developed when melted snow from the mountains penetrated deep into the earth, was heated by the planet's interior, and rose, bringing minerals that formed an impressive beehive-shaped limestone dome, about 17 meters high. This natural dome houses a warm pool with a depth of approximately 20 meters and a diameter of around 120 meters at the base. To facilitate access, a tunnel was excavated in the side of the formation, dispensing with any need to descend through the opening at the top. There are decks built over the water, offering comfortable access to swim, dive, or simply relax. The natural light that enters through the upper opening gives the environment a unique and enchanting atmosphere that draws the attention of countless tourists. Now let's talk about the impressive The Tank and the Hideout, the famous shark pools at the Golden Nugget in Las Vegas. These incredible facilities combine adrenaline, sophisticated design, and close visual contact with marine life. The Tank is a $30 million pool that houses a shark aquarium with a capacity of about 757,000 liters and with 4 depth levels. The big highlight is the 3-story water slide that goes through this aquarium in a transparent tube, allowing visitors to slide literally inside the tank, with sharks, rays, and exotic fish swimming around. The variety of marine species includes more than one type of shark, as well as other tropical fish and rays. Hotel guests have free access. Non-guests pay between $25 and $60 depending on the day and the season, to use the pools, and yes, many people end up buying just to have the experience of passing by the sharks in a safe way. Don't forget to subscribe so you can watch more videos like this.